roughly under a year, I'd say I started. And when I started streaming, I did it because of recommendations. I used to meet a lot of people through a game called VR Chat. A lot of people know VR Chat. And I just kind of went on there for fun a lot of times, and I started doing these events kind of deal where I would get people together, and I would usually like deal them out cards and card games, and they'd have fun with that. Maybe I'd do like questionnaire type games, and people had a lot of fun with that. And I started making a big group of friends, and it kept growing and growing. And a lot of them said, it'd be kind of cool to kind of make a show out of it almost. So that's when I started looking into streaming, and I had been involved with gaming and tech my whole life. So I mean, it was kind of like, I knew what it was. It was just I just want to dive into it. I'm like, okay, it makes a lot of sense for my person as well as what I was doing on VR with these people that I had just met and all these new faces I was meeting. I thought, so you know what, it'd be cool to share this with people and see who's interested. So uh, that's how I got started here, and hopefully it keeps going like this. I'm very happy with how it's been going so
That's
far.
so exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a bunch of stupid ass questions because
Go
I
for
don't
it.
know
Go for it.
anything about this VTubing thing.
Hmm.
How does this work? Like, what is
Right,
going
right.
on here?
No, that's fair. That's fair. I was saying earlier that VTubing, like, it's very interesting to people who aren't part of the community because it's such a massive community that so many people are involved in, and it's growing super fast. Yet there's just so many people who are just out of the loop. They really want to know what's going on. Um, so there's a couple things that I think is involved with why VTubing has become so popular and all that. One of them I'd say is the idea of like a character. A lot of streamers, and I can use like big streamer examples. Like I could say something like Doctor Disrespect, right?
Mhm.
He comes on, he has a persona of this really cocky, confident guy who's playing games, right? And he's the doctor, that you
Yeah.
know who he is. That's a character. So I think VTubing is kind of an extension of going on and entertaining with a character, right? Someone can actually draw themselves now or model them in 3D like I have, and they can model out this character that they want to display on stream for people. And I think that's what attracts a lot of people. Now, instead of someone trying to act to be a character, right? Now someone's actually being that character in front of the screen, right?
All
That's
right, that's
kind of what's going on,
amazing.
right?
I'm just gonna
Yeah, at
turn
least
into
that's what I
Misa
think.
from Death Note now. Like this is it.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, yeah,
who
exactly.
cares about Shrimp Messiah? I'm Misa. Like that's just who like that's it.
I'm sure that mall exists somewhere. I'll hook you up with that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I think honestly, I think another thing too is like the air of mysticism, right? A lot of people
Yeah.
are interested in people who are like they have no idea who they are. They want to know more about them, and also with that, I can use examples of other bigger streamers. Someone like Dream, for example, the big Minecraft guy. No one knows who he looks like, right?
Mhm.
Corpse husband, obviously.
Oh my god, obsessed.
Yeah, yeah. So people have this attraction to mysticism, and I think VTubing also has that inherently with it, right? No
Yeah.
one knows who's behind the model or what that person's story is, or maybe they do share that with them, but they wanted to dig in more.
It
That's
is
kind of what I like
definitely
to
what
play off
like
of.
when I first saw your channel, it definitely drew me in. I was
Hmm.
like, what's going on here? Like the fact that I don't know who is behind the camera,
Right,
like
right, right. And something that I want to do personally, and a lot of YouTubers also do this, is kind of the whole idea of like you want to keep learning more, right? So there's a lot of things I have to share. I have a lot of knowledge. I'm an AR VR developer, right? I have a degree for it, and
that's
I think
amazing.
I know so many things about it that I want to share with people, right? So I want people to come in, and I want people to dig in, see like I want to learn about this, I want to know about this. This thing interests me. Let me hear about it, right? So that's one of the reasons too that I keep ongoing with this. I think it's something I really want people to capitalize on, right? So yeah.
That's really cool. So like what's your setup? Like what does this entail? Like how does it like know you're talking and stuff? Like how does it like
Right,
line
right.
up to your
Yeah, yeah.
like I
Uh,
really
so
I need
yeah,
a
when it
breakdown
comes to
here.
that, yeah, it's not like a one thing answer because a lot of different VTubers they'll use different types of programs, right?
Okay.
There's a lot of programs out there that do like face recognition, like you use your webcam and it can track where your eyes and mouth are, and then if you say draw a picture or you 3D model a face, then you just tell a program, hey, these are where the eyes are, this is where the mouth is on the character. Now do your thing, right? Um, and everyone does something different. And like I said, drawing was one of my examples. There's some VTubers that they don't use like a 3D model like I do. They use like a 2D avatar, like a PNG they call it, right? Because it's
Yeah.
transparency behind it. Um, So there's that aspect to it too, and now I use different programs. So for my specific setup, I'm using a program. It's called Suva. You can Google it. It's basically just a program that it takes 3D models that you can make in either Unity or Blender. I use Unity. So you just put blocks together until you make a model. Right? That's how Unity works. And then you can just export it as a model. It's just 3D file out in the open, and then this program can just take it in, and then it displays it on a window as you're seeing right now, and then it does tracking, as I said before, with the face. And it also does tracking through what is called a Vive track or a Vive puck.
Mhm.
People in the VR community know what those are. It's just a like a single flat, it looks like a puck, um, IR tracker that any other IR sensor that's connected to your computer. I have a VR headset, so it has these base stations that are just sensors. And so it looks for that puck, and I have it attached to my head right now, and it looks for it and says, okay, this is where the guy's head is. So we're going ahead and attach that to the model that he uploaded to the program, right? And that's what I got going on here. So now I got my face moving to my actual face.
That blows
I
my
can look over
mind.
here.
What the
I'm looking over at
hell?
my
Like
other monitor right
what?
now. Now I'm looking forward, right? Like it's got all that, so it's perfect. But on my phone, right? I'm on my phone doing this, so that's
That's
yeah, it's
honestly
very interesting.
crazy.
Hmm.
That's ridiculous. All right, let's talk video games. Favorite game?
All right.
Let's hear it, homie.
Favorite game of all time. It's
I
hard to
know
say.
it's hard to
That's such a
choose.
hard
It
question. You
is.
can't give me
I
that.
mean, mine's Zelda. It will always be
Right,
Zelda.
right.
I'm covered in Zelda tattoos. Like I'm
Mhm,
obsessed. Like,
mhm.
but for me, it's like
Uh,
any RPGs. Like if I had to
I
go
have a
more
tough one with
genre
that one.
wise,
Yeah,
I feel like
I
it's
like to do
easier to
that
do like a
too.
genre opposed to like a type of game opposed to an actual like game series. Might be
Right. Well,
easier.
yeah. I'll give my answer for the actual best game, and it's more so, um, it being a good game and nostalgia. So it's kind of both. I could always say like a different answer for like what I think is the best game ever and all
Yeah,
that
let's
kind of
hear
stuff, right?
both.
Um, yeah. With nostalgia and everything put into place, Zelda: Link to the Past, easily, easily is my
Yes,
favorite.
thank you. All right, I
Yes.
don't have to end this call right now. That's what this came down to.
Yeah, yeah. I wasn't unfortunately I wasn't really brought up on Nintendo. I was brought up
Mhm.
on actually Sega. My dad let me
Okay.
use his Genesis, which is crazy. That's before my time. I'm not that old. But uh so like I didn't really experience many Zelda games, but the first one I experienced was Link to the Past. My brother had it, and like he let me play it, and I don't know, I just I loved Link, and I loved playing as him, and
Yeah,
it just stuck with me. And I mean, that game has it all. It has RPG elements, it has puzzle elements, right? It's great for someone who's
exactly.
young and trying to understand games. So,
hmm I my first
definitely.
one was the Minish Cap, and I just remember I played through
Hmm.
the initial like storyline and stuff like that, and then I replayed it, and I was like, wait, there are other like storylines you can play, like there are other missions, what? Like there are
Right,
other.
right.
It was ridiculous to me, and I was like 7 years old at the time, like just discovering video games, and it was the craziest thing. Like,
Hmm.
it was amazing. All right, what's your least favorite series then?
Oh, that's
Right?
also
That's
hard,
a
because
I don't know. There's some games I've played. I'm just like, this is not it for me.
yeah,
Like just
there's some games
immediately.
that you don't like, and you can't really say that's your least favorite because you didn't give it enough of a chance. So it's like you feel bad saying that. So it's like there's also that element in it. Um,
Yeah, I'm very picky. I don't give a
right.
lot of games a chance. Like I'm very like if I even like don't like the sound of a game, I'll be like, no, I'm never playing that. Like.
All right. Well, I have to give a really unpopular opinion, incredibly unpopular opinion to what I think,
Oh
at
God.
least was my least favorite. That I've played a decent amount of, and I wasn't into it. I should say there's other games that maybe I thought was worse, but I just didn't play enough of it, so I'm not going to count them. Um, it's got to be Last of Us. I
Stop!
couldn't do it.
No,
I couldn't
stop!
do
You're
it.
not allowed to say that. I literally, I'm a special effects makeup artist, right? In my final
Right.
project in
Oh, geez.
class,
Yeah. Okay.
I literally made my entire project around The Last of Us, and, like sculpted
Uh-huh.
prosthetics for it. Like that is my favorite game. I have all the like vinyls,
I'm
like
sorry.
soundtracks. Like what?
I can respect that though. I can respect the vinyl. I do. I can respect that, but
Why'd
I
you do me
okay.
like this? Why?
I had you there in the first half, right?
You did. You almost had my heart for a second, and then you had to go ahead and just fucking rip it out of my chest,
Yeah, I'm sorry
man.
about that. You should also know something interesting about me is I'm I forget the exact name for it. I think it's kinemorphophobic. which means that I'm actually like I have a phobia
Oh.
of zombies.
Oh, okay.
However, strangely enough, I do play a lot of games with zombies in them. I don't know. It's kind of like a facing your fears type thing, but I don't know. I couldn't do it with
You're an
Last of Us.
adrenaline junkie,
I
probably.
guess,
You
I
like
guess,
roller
yeah.
coasters and
I do like
stuff.
roller coasters. I do, yes.
See, you're an
Even the
adrenaline junkie.
even after Final Destination, I was still able to go on roller coasters.
Oh, I have like Final Destination thoughts every single day and like put myself into Final Destination scenarios just so that way I have that adrenaline rush. Like,
I can't drive behind logs anymore, so yeah, that's also an issue.
stop. I literally posted a meme about that on Facebook
Oh
today.
no. Oh god.
Oh my lord. That's hilarious. All right, so when did you like how did you come to find Outwit? That's what I always wonder. Anyone who
Hmm.
joins, I'm like, how did you find out about this org that I started out of nowhere when I was bored in
Right, right.
quarantine? Like like what? How did this all happen?
So I've been playing Overwatch for a long time, right? That's obviously something that's part of what I do. I think I'm pretty good at it, and I've been playing Overwatch since beta. I've been playing a lot of FPSs.
Mhm.
I played a lot of CS:GO back in the day. I play a lot of competitive games in general. I play a lot of League of Legends as well, right? Um,
Mhm.
as I was growing up in high school and college and all that, and when I started doing my stream stuff, right, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do still, and that was what took up a good portion of my first couple of months doing it. Um, I kind of realized I'm like, I should probably do like Overwatch. It's one of those games that I've played seriously. Like it's kind of I put so much hours in it. And maybe I can show off a little bit of that too. Maybe I can dedicate like a day to it, which I've done now. I've dedicated like an Overwatch day of my stream, um, which kind of just made sense to the person I was, right, with how much I was involved with it. So when I was thinking of these things, I was like, okay, you know what? I had a buddy. His name's Cosmic. Actually, I wonder if he's here. Um, he played a lot for like an amateur team for CS:GO. And I play with him. He's this awesome guy, great, great at these games too. He's super good. And he was kind of telling me about his experience with being with a team like that. At least you get practices and you get to meet people as well. So I was like, what, that'd probably be really good both for what I'm doing here on stream and for like myself, right? I would like to see if there's something in the terms of that, in terms of team play in general, right? Um, so I was looking for some smaller, more amateur-like teams, right? Because that's more what I am right now, more like indie, right? I'm really small. So
Yeah.
I was looking around on Twitter. I think I found you guys, and you guys were looking for streamers, people who were really into the scene like that. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll apply for this. Well, I apply
You're
for
like,
a
why
couple of
not?
small teams
Might
too,
as well.
and, and I was like, it feels nice to be part of a team. However, when I started, I didn't actually apply for Overwatch. I said, okay, you know what? I want to
Yeah, you
just
started
start with
with a
streaming.
stream team.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I wanted
remember
to
that.
see, like how this would go. Because I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, even though I like playing Overwatch, maybe I want to see if I can play in tournaments with that. At the end of the day, I think my goal is to be more of a streamer, right? Type thing. Maybe try
Yeah.
to learn from people and teach people on stream, different things, right? Not just Overwatch. So I was like, you know what? We'll start with that. Um, and then after I think it was a month or two with Outwit, I kept seeing you guys were looking for another like DPS player, and I was like,
Of
I got it,
course, we
I
finally
got
are
it, right?
filling our teams.
Yeah, I was like, I got it. So yeah, I sent in the application and Spork, our esports manager Spork reached out, and yeah, went through the process, the trust, and seemed like
What just
she was happy with
happened?
that. So
I
what's
got
that?
an alert. Oh, thank you for the follow, Miraculous Murray.
Nice, nice. Oh, that's Alexis. Hey.
Yeah, it is. Hi.
But yeah, but yeah, so that's how I ended up transitioning to Overwatch. It's like it was always in the back of my mind that I
Yeah.
wanted to,
Well, we're very happy to
do that
have you on
more.
the team. You
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
it
yeah.
as always.
Thank you, thank you.
What else did I want to ask? 4 words to describe your experience with an outlet. Let's
Oh,
let's hear it.
4 words. It's a lot of words.
I know, right? I mean, you could use less, you could use more. We encourage more.
Hmm.
We
Hmm.
want to listen to your beautiful voice. Like, let's hear
Do
it.
you like my voice that much? I don't know. I hate
I
my own
think it's
voice.
the character more than the voice.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. You're not here for me. I gotcha.
Me and my anime man, don't judge me.
um. Hmm. The first word I probably have to be togetherness.
Oh, that's
Because
cute.
Outwit in its core, I mean, we are an indie team, we're a startup, we're an amateur team, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of what happens is really interpersonal, right? So um, everyone's more tight knit, everyone knows each other. It's not massive to the point yet where that personality doesn't come out, right? Um, so that would be the first one, I think, for that reason.
Yeah.
Uh,
I definitely
I
like I like it small, you know what I mean? Like when I first
yeah,
started
yeah,
it, I was like I don't like I was in a couple of prior organizations and they were amazing and I had a really good time, but also they were so massive that it felt like it I don't know, it just felt like a lot of promotion and not like a lot of people getting to know each other. So for me it
right.
was like important with an outlet for us to like actually have that like relationship with each other instead of like, oh yeah, we're gonna game once a week and that's it. Like
Mhm. I think that kind of makes it seem more of like a community rather than an organization, right? Which
exactly.
is
Which is the
beneficial to
goal.
what we do. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So that's good. And I do see a lot of people, just come into that Discord too, and who are new faces that I don't know, and they're even getting involved too, which is nice, right? It's
Yeah,
nice
I
to
love
see
to see
people
that,
grow.
honestly.
Hmm. Yeah.
Y'all should always join the Discord. We recommend it.
Hmm.
All right, next word.
Right. Next word, learning. I want to say. I don't know if that. I guess it's a word. I know
I
it's
mean,
like a
it
word,
works.
but and so the reason why I say that is because one of the big things for me in joining, especially when I decided to switch to Overwatch 2, um, is learning from others, right, with an outwit, and then learning stuff about myself as well. And that's something that's very prominent when you're on a team, especially like Outwit. You can, you learn about yourself when you converse with people, and as well when you're playing, we have practice every week, right, for our team, and you can learn about how they play. You can learn about yourself, how you can improve, and how you can work together, right? And that kind of ties back to the first word, how you can learn together like that, right? So I think learning is definitely huge for an organization like ours, right?
Yeah,
For sure.
100% I agree.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah.
definitely about broadening your horizons and all that fun stuff.
Right. Right.
All right, you got two more words here, Frankie boy.
Tomorrow is this a quiz? Oh no.
It is. You're
Uh,
passing so far.
good. Good. Good.
We don't have to kick you out just yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, almost though. Almost. All right. Um, I want to say that another word. It might sound weird, but I'll explain. Like I have. I want to say courage is another word. And the
I
reason why I
like
say that
that.
is because it takes a lot to continue on with this. And I can say that as a streamer too. That's been doing this for a little while. You have to have courage to keep on going. You're gonna have pitfalls, people who are just encouraging you, or maybe you have a bad day and you feel like there's not enough there for you. Uh, Being able to stay with a team and stay with what you're doing, what you believe in, that's courageous, right? That's something huge.
Yeah, it's
So I
hard.
that's definitely it's hard, exactly, and that's definitely what makes you know that makes sense. Why I think that courage is a great way to describe that, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think definitely with anyone who even streams, it's hard to do. Like even like me being a female, like getting on camera, I'm like,
Hmm.
oh no, like guys and people and stuff. Like it's
Oh,
scary and
guys, oh
I
no.
can't even imagine. Like
Yep, yep,
it's like
exactly.
no, leave me alone. I'd rather just stay here and game by
Yeah,
myself. Like
yeah,
all right, one more word, buddy.
yeah. Another word, another. Oh my God. Another way to say that is perseverance. I wouldn't count it as a fourth word 'cause it's kind of similar to courage. Perseverance is another way of saying that. Uh, you know,
Yeah. I
always
mean,
pushing
hey, you can
forward.
use that as a word. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think then I will, I think, because I was gonna say I think a lot of the people who are in Outwit right now, and I'll use the example of Spork and Alexis since I work with them more closely.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
their perseverance super it describes them. They love keeping going. They work really hard for what they do. I know Alexis loves trying to learn and
Yeah,
strategize as
they
well. She
both
really wants this team to
constantly
work.
amaze me.
Yeah,
Honestly, like
yeah.
I'm the silent eye in the sky. I always see what's going on and they're constantly just going above and beyond with
Hmm.
everything they
Hmm.
do. It blows my mind. I have so much respect for those girls.
Right, and so exactly they persevere and they have a good what's the word for it? They're something to represent Outwit. Like they represent
Yeah.
a lot of the good qualities of Outwit. and it's good to have them on the team, right?
Yeah,
So
I'm
that's
very
definitely
proud
going
to
on.
have them, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, do you have anything new going on in your life, in your stream life? Like, what's
In my
up?
stream life,
Yeah,
um,
like any goals you're achieving? Like, what's going on?
right.
I want to hear
Well,
about where do you see
yeah.
yourself?
Well, I'm definitely happy to have gotten to this point where I've become pretty consistent, right? Because one of the things that I learned when I was starting up was, consistency is obviously a big thing, and I've just recently, set a cool schedule for myself, and I'm really happy with it. I like a little mix of everything. I have a day for Overwatch, right? Obviously, I have a day where I can converse and meet with new people. My Wednesdays, I usually like to have a co-op with other VTubers, if I can. But it's a lot of fun.
Ooh.
It's good to meet new people. And then Fridays, I like to keep it back on topic with like VR. I do usually do VR chat on Fridays and keeping things again. I think in the realm of what makes sense to me, back to the VR roots, right, that I came from. So I'm happy that I'm consistently able to keep these three like really important topics to me, uh, consistent on a weekly basis. So that's
Yeah.
something I'm really proud
I
of. And
think
one of the
that's
goals I'm proud of is that.
definitely very hard. Even as a streamer myself, it's hard for me to be consistent, like, and
Right,
maintain,
right.
like, oh, you're right, I have to stream and I also have a job and I'm a student and stuff. Like, it's hard to work out
Hmm.
that schedule and figure out what you
Oh
want to
man, I could,
do. It
I can
also
go off on
holds true to,
that.
like,
Jesus.
everything you want to do, like, and not lose yourself within, like, what you're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
It can
Uh,
definitely be hard.
it's a lot. What this beginning of this year, I started another project for the team I'm working with outside for. I'm working on an AR project, and like just you wake up, work, and then if you have time afterwards for everything else in your life. So this streaming, if I relationships, friendships,
Oh,
all that
yeah.
stuff is like pushed to the end because I have so much to do during the day. It's like it really gets to you, but that's where the whole perseverance comes from, and I think that's something that a lot of streamers have to have as a quality because you have to kind of push forward and see what works and keep going with what you love at the
Yeah,
end of the
a
day.
lot of it is figuring out what you're gonna do, but as long as you have the like willpower to do it and you care enough to do it, you gotta keep it
Right, right.
going, you know?
Hmm.
Regardless of how hard it is.
Hmm.
Does anyone have any questions in chat? Let's see what's good. Does
Yeah, I
anyone?
wonder
I don't know.
if anyone from my chat might have hopped over
Let's
there and see if they
or
have
if
anything to
anyone in
say.
your chat has questions too.
Yeah. Actually, gonna pull up here. I know that you had some questions planned. I was super busy today, so I wasn't able to look at some. But is there anything from you wanted to pull?
I'm so nervous. My brain is like, ah.
No worries. Well, you take your time. Take your time. I'm here all night.
This is just me when I stream. I just can't function like a normal human being. Like,
That's
whoever
okay.
let me have a Twitch shouldn't have. Like, they need
If
to
you're
ban
having
my
fun with it, you know
IP.
what?
Like, and
It's
they need to ban
enjoyable.
my VPN IPs. Like, they just need to ban everything. It shouldn't be allowed
Hmm.
online anymore. I have one. Do you feel like gaming is a bit of a chore now that you're like relying on it for content? Or are you still having as much fun as you did when you were like just playing by yourself or with your friends?
Right. I still have fun with it, and the reason it's good that you bring that up because when I was really getting into streaming right after I started, doing it more consistently and figuring that out, one thing I said to myself was, kind of you do this until it's a chore. If it becomes a chore at any point, that means it's starting to take over your life, and it's not healthy. So it needs to be healthy. Um, I don't see it as a chore because I kind of still don't see myself as a full time streamer. This is still kind of a hobby to me, and that's what keeps me going. I love doing it. I love meeting people. It's fun for me. And if it ever does come to the point where I dread it and it's a chore to me, I probably would quit because it's not healthy for anybody in that situation, right? So I
It's good that
definitely don't
you
see it as a
recognize
chore
those
yet.
limits. Because
Yeah,
there are a lot of
exactly.
people, like for me, I don't know, I'm the type of person that would keep doing it regardless because I'm like, oh, I have to please those people.
Right.
I'm
It's
like,
not
oh, I
easy. It's
can't
not easy to
let
do.
down the people. Like, even on days when I don't stream, I feel really bad because I'm like, I'm letting down the people that are watching my channel. So, I feel like
Right.
I can't ever quit. Like, there is no end for me.
Right,
And
right,
I love it. I'm not complaining. I love it. I'm a workaholic. It fits for me. But
right. But yeah, it's also like understanding the goals and all that kind of stuff, right? So it all kind of ties in, but that's how I feel about it right now.
Okay, so I have your Twitch up on my browser because I was gonna like show videos and stuff, and all I
Yeah,
see is me.
it's you. You're huge.
Like,
So see how I'm looking up? I'm looking up at you. What's going on? How's the
I
weather up
feel
there?
like a goddess in this video right now.
Do you want this crown on my head? Or go for it.
Bet I'll take it real quick. Oh my lord. I have no idea what else to ask. I feel like I'm
um,
just chilling right now. All right, if you had
right.
one piece of advice to give to someone who's like pursuing a career in streaming or esports, what would it be?
Um, so I guess I can figure out something that's for both. I think it's not so much something that's small to say. I'd say you'd have to have a whole explanation.
I
The
mean, I'm
biggest thing
okay
to
with
me,
that.
yeah, the biggest thing to me, and something I would tell, someone who's trying to get into it is that it's not easy, but persevere if you enjoy it. Understand what you
Mhm.
enjoy, understand why you're doing it. So maybe you have a goal of I want to meet people, or I want to get better myself, right? Figure what that is, and then just do it. After you've done it, understand that it's not gonna happen overnight. It might not even happen over a couple of months. It might not even happen over years, even. Um, it's not like it's gonna always go well. However, you just keep going it as much as you enjoy it. Even if you only have a couple of your friends that always come by, that's still great to see. Maybe you still have a great time streaming, and you have your friends laugh with you and join in talking with you. Maybe they join to play too. Um, my advice is just keep going with what you love, and
Turn that
don't be
viewer
discouraged.
counter off, everyone.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit gets to your head.
Numbers
We
don't
don't
matter
need
really
viewer
at the end of the
counters
day.
out here.
Yeah. At, yeah. At the end of the day, you do it because you love it, not because you're getting numbers. Nobody gets
Exactly.
numbers that quickly at all. You have to get extremely lucky to get crazy numbers that quickly. So you don't worry about that ever.
100%.
Hmm.
What's your most memorable part of streaming? Like, is there something that happened and it just like stuck out to you? Oh, and we have a question from Miraculous Marie over here.
Okay, which one do you want me to answer first?
Let's answer hers. Why do you
Okay,
hate
okay.
your Overwatch captain, bro?
Why do I
Why
hate
do you
my
hate
Overwatch
her?
captain? Okay, hold up. She
Like,
said,
let's be real
listen, I'll
here.
put her on
I'm
blast
pretty
right
sure
now.
you
Hold on
told
a sec.
her who told her she was stinky.
Oh, that was dark. That was our
That was
tank man,
not
our
nice.
stinky tank man. I did not call him stinky. However, Alexis did inform us that she wasn't here for chalky milk. And listen, if you're not here for chalky milk, like,
I don't know why she's on the team if she's not here for Jockey Milk,
yeah, that's all I'm
honestly.
saying. Like, if
I'm
you're not here for
sorry,
chalky milk,
Lex.
like,
Like, I love you, baby, but.
listen, I asked her if she would drink a frosty from Wendy's with a straw, and she was not down. Who doesn't
What?
drink a frosty with a straw? If you're not drinking frosty with a straw, that shit is great. It's just a
What?
smoothie at that point.
Exactly. It's like. I really want a Frosty now. I might have to
Yeah, I
order
might have
some
to order one
Wendy's.
too. Oh no. Oh no.
It's literally right across the street from me, but like I
That's
might
deadly.
still order it. Like
That's deadly. Oh man, I used to
she said
I
she's
used
gonna
to
cry.
believe this. I used to live in the city of Toronto, right? And there used to be a pizza place at the bottom of our apartment. It was in the apartment. It was like part of it, right? Yet there would still be people in my apartment that ordered delivery just for the pizza guys to go up the elevator.
That's literally me. But the thing is, that's like, I live in New York City and that's New York City stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not
Right,
gonna
right.
go outside and deal with the crackhead on the street. Like, and get catcalled nonstop when I
Well,
can
that
just
makes sense.
order
Yeah,
it to
that
my
makes sense.
house.
Yeah,
Like,
that does make sense. But
especially in the dark.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't care if I'm going downstairs. Like, all right, most memorable moment in your streaming
In my
career.
stream. Um, right. So a lot of why I do this too is to meet people and to learn myself. Right. I've said that a lot. I want to continue learning. It's something I've been doing my whole life, and I love it. Um, I think generally, I'll have a moment, but generally, my favorite part is meeting people. Right? Generally, that's my favorite. Meeting people, seeing what they're about. Something
Can
especially
you say about again for me, please?
about.
Thank
Is that
you. You
Canadian?
may
Is that too
continue.
Canadian for you?
Yes, it was. It was very
You're not the
Canadian.
first person to say that. Yeah, like especially learning like people's takes on like what I work with. I work with like future technologies. Like hearing what people want from it too. I love hearing that. I'm like, oh, that's good for me 'cause I can produce that kind of stuff. Maybe I can work on that, right? Um, a boot. It's not a boot. uh, and yeah, so I think my favorite moment, specifically, it must have been maybe it was a couple months ago. I was doing my typical VR chat event kind of stuff on Fridays. I usually am doing some kind of game, drinking game, or I'm doing like some kind of dare kind of game, right? And I'm the host. And I had after I had said and done like one of the games, and everyone was either drunk, having a good time, whatever. They're kind of just dying down at that point. One of them came up to me, and they said, actually, no, his name was Sky. Sorry, Sky. He's one of my best friends. I was trying to figure out because there's two moments when this happened, but Sky is the one that really hit me. He said to me, he said, "You know what, Frank, I like you a lot. You're really good with people, and I hope that one day the streaming thing works out for you. Because I think a lot of people could learn from you." Um,
That's so
and that was
sweet.
really good to me. That he said that to me. I was really happy that he said that. And really genuine. So that's kind of what keeps me going. And
That's
there's a lot
amazing,
of bad days.
honestly.
You can even get people who are mean to you and negative to you, but
Yeah, I mean, there'll
even
always
if
be
one
someone
person,
that's gonna hate on you,
yeah,
but
yeah, even if one person comes to you and says that, says, I'm happy with what you're doing. I'm having a good time. Thank you. That's
that's
enough for me. And that's happened. Like I said, happened about two times, where someone came up to me like that. Um, and that really it's very encouraging. I'm very happy with that.
oh, that's so sweet.
Hmm.
That made my night.
Hmm.
All right, I don't really have anything else to ask, so I'm gonna
Hmm.
ask Chad again if they want to ask anything. I don't know if they do.
Hmm.
And if you have anything else you want to add yourself, or
Right.
what? I don't know if you're streaming after this, are you?
I am. I am
Ooh, I
doing
think we'll
yes.
have to
So
send the raid over there.
thank you, thank you. Uh, Usually on my Friday, or it's not Fridays, it's Wednesday today. Usually on my Wednesdays, I'm doing collabs, like I was saying before, with other VTubers. Um, Today I'll be playing League with one of my good friends. Her name is Skylight. Um, we'll be playing League. Maybe we'll have some other VTubers join us. Uh, you'll get to see something that's cool. I just started doing this not so long ago too, and I started these collab Wednesdays. Um, there's this. Hold on, I can't pull it up right
Mic
now.
off.
There's this program. It's kind of like a program where you can
Mic
put an
on.
extension onto your OBS, and you can tell it, "Hey, I'm in a Discord party with XYZ people," um, and those people can, if they're a VTuber, right, they can give their model. They can give their model to the website that this application is set up to, and then whenever they talk in the Discord, the application actually senses it, and it like pops up with like their face or their VTuber face, and like they're talking, and it
That's
really makes it like a
crazy.
cool experience when you're with a lot of people. You can literally have all of them with you, because typically when you're VTubing, you can't like send this information to them, right? Because this is
Yeah,
on stream, so it's like, oh, you just hear their voice. So now it kind of adds the aspect of, you can see who it is, you can see who we're collabing with, you can see what their model is too, you can see what they're about. So that's
that's
something that's
so
cool, and you'll
cool.
see that tonight too when I'm with Sky. So that'll be fun.
Woo! That's exciting. All
Hmm.
right, so do you want to go ahead and send it on over to your channel here?
Yeah, good, yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Um,
cool. So I'll go ahead and raid you, and we'll call it over here.
Thank you. Anything else you want to say
Yeah.
before
Not
we get going?
really. I wait. I want to know about this face reveal thing before we end.
Okay, right. So I've set this goal a while back. So 1K, and I'm gonna do face reveal. People can see who I look like,
All
what
right,
I look
cool.
like.
So basically, we're
Um,
all gonna go over there and follow you. That's what's happening here, cause
yeah,
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
need
know what
about.
the man behind this character in front of me looks like.
I